So today we are going to be talking about another camera, and the camera we're going to be talking about today is the Sony A7C. This is a camera I bought mainly to be like my compact traveling beast, and today I'm going to discuss why I think it's still worth it in 2025. I needed a light camera. The camera I'm filming on, the Lumix S5 II, is clearly not a light camera, so I needed something lighter than that. And yeah, that sort of brought me to why I wanted the Sony A7C. Some context. I've had the Sony A7 III before, and I would say that the Sony A7 III is quite similar to the Sony A7C. And I thought the Sony A7 III was good, but for me, it wasn't going to replace the S5 II. So that's why I sold it. Yeah, I decided to go for a Sony A7C because I really like the photography abilities of the Sony A7 III. So the Sony A7C came out in 2020 and it's essentially 5 years old. Now we are in 2025, and does the camera still hold up to this day? We're gonna go through that. I wanna preface that I'm not a super stats guy. I'm gonna try and give you the contextual review of this camera and if it, still holds up to this day. The positives of this camera. Now, the Sony A7C, the C stands for compact, and it really is compact. It weighs just under 500 grams. It, will fit in a sling bag. Honestly, it's literally the same size as my palm. It's got a good grip as well, I would say. Not amazing, but it is a good grip for sure. The next positive we would say is the image quality. Because it's a 24 megapixel sensor, you can get great images from this camera. I really like the pictures from the Sony A7 III. It really felt professional, and it, was able to get a lot of sort of the quality and what I wanted to see from it. In terms of the sharpness of this camera, the sensor, really good. Even video quality, super good as well. I would say the next big positive for me is the flippy screen. That's right. I think it's really useful in terms of trying to like vlog or see, the shot if you're turning it around. And I actually think it's a good screen in terms of trying to get like low angle shot. Another thing I really like about this is it has a viewfinder, and I know that sounds like a weird positive, but I also got a Lumix S9 as a compact camera, and one thing I missed when I was using the Lumix S9 was a viewfinder. They like using like their flip screens and stuff, but for me, sometimes when I was taking pictures especially, I really liked having a viewfinder. Another positive is I actually think it looks really cool. I love the silver sort of design on the top, and yeah, it makes me want to go out and shoot with it. Yeah, video quality, you're getting like downsampled, I think 6K into 4K, so you're gonna get really sharp footage with this camera. And hopefully you're kind of seeing the footage that I've got and some of the pictures that I'm getting as well. It's got S-Log 2, so you can definitely grade your footage, and you can definitely edit it and make it look a lot nicer. So another thing I like about this camera is that it is sort of like weather sealed, which for a compact camera, full frame, you get weather sealing with it, which is great. If you pair it with a weather sealed lens, you have a setup that is great for travel. If you're going on like hikes, I think this is a great camera for those kinds of situations. Another positive is for the price. That's a big aspect of it right now. The price used, you can get it for about £800 maybe. It's a good price for a camera that isn't super old. It's about 5 years old, so you can get them with decent shutter counts, and yeah, you can really shoot to your heart's content with these. They are essentially Sony A7 IIIs. Professionals still use them even in 2025. So yeah, you're getting a professional level camera for a really good price. £700, £800. It's a good deal for a full frame camera, which is another positive. It is a full frame camera. Yep, you heard that right. So when you're getting a lens, that f2 is really f2, and that focal length is really that focal length. The autofocus on this little camera is still great. It holds up so well even now. So you're gonna have great autofocus. This camera has better autofocus performance than the Sony A7 III. So yeah, keep that in mind. If you like the Sony A7 III's autofocus, or you think that's great, which most people do think it is, you're gonna get just as good, or if not better, because there's I think a few more options with this one. The Sony ecosystem has so many good lenses. I literally made a video about the Viltrox lens that I think a lot more people should have, and it's really cheap. It's a really good combo if you're looking for a zoom lens and you haven't decided yet. Just get that prime and pair it with this and you're good to go. Let's go into some of the negatives now. I would say one negative is it has only got one SD card slot. So using it professionally, you might get a little bit nervous, you might get a little bit shaky. Another thing for me is I'm more video than photography, and I really noticed the lack of 422 10-bit video options. I think for me personally, I like having a bit more flexibility with my sort of shooting. There is a crop on the 60 frames per second video footage, so yeah, that's something to think about too. One negative for me is that the IBIS isn't too great, so yeah, I think in terms of when I'm recording, you can really see it's quite shaky. So yeah, Sony's IBIS qualities are not the same as, like, for example, Lumix. Another negative that I have is the menu systems on Sony. The older Sony cameras aren't great. They're a bit confusing and a bit cumbersome to go through. You could argue in today's age that is 24 megapixels good enough for like a photography heavy camera. I would say it's pretty good. It's good enough for me, but yeah, that could potentially be a con for some people. In conclusion, I would say that this is a great camera. For me personally, I did enjoy using it. I'm more video centric, so like a camera like this isn't super great for me. This is more, I think, for people who are, you know, photo centric. They prefer photo first. They want that great image quality from the pictures. They want to be able to crop in, zoom in, but they want something light and they want something sort of weatherproof that can go with them on their travels. You can still get great footage, video footage, but you know, it's not the main thing that you're doing with the camera. You're mainly going for the photography, and you're gonna get some nice footage here and there. It's great for someone who's gonna travel with it, who's gonna hike with it, who's gonna make it sort of their like camera that they keep with them all the time, and they're gonna get great pictures with it, they're gonna get great video with it. The Lumix S9 is a great competitor to something like this in terms of price and, you know, what it gets you. Image quality is great for that. The video quality is great. The Lumix S9 does do 10-bit. You're gonna get maybe better video footage from that, but then you're missing out on things like a viewfinder, a better grip, and being on the Sony ecosystem. For some people, they prefer because the lens options that you have are great. In 2025, is this a good camera? Yeah, well, certainly it is. It isn't super old. It's still gonna get you great image quality, and it's gonna get you great video still. So I would personally recommend buying this camera used. Definitely think it's great. And yeah, I think that's it really. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy it, please make sure you like, subscribe, and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, I'm super tired, so yeah, I'm gonna see you in a bit.